So today we're here with Ryu from Futsal 365. Ryu is the starting goalkeeper for the U18 Boys Academy team. Thank you very much for being here. Ryu basically has been with the Academy for the past year. He also plays for Bayern Jackson for the U18s as a goalkeeper. And we appreciate you coming down here and sharing your thoughts. So the first thing I want to ask you, Ryu, congratulations, first of all, on making the USYF National Team, the U18s, that's going to be traveling to Argentina. Great job. But I wanted to ask you to share with us your experience playing for Futsal 365 Academy. Kind of share, how did you wind up playing futsal, comparison to outdoor soccer and futsal, and how do you think it prepare you to try out for the opportunity with the national team?
Thank you, Coach Nico. I had a lot of fun over the last year playing with New Jersey Youth Futsal. I believe that futsal has gotten me to the next level, playing both outdoor and indoor, and it was totally unexpected that I would have gotten selected to be part of the national team for futsal, and it was a great opportunity to play and showcase myself to international trainers, and now I have an amazing opportunity to play in Argentina.
How long have you been playing futsal?
Formal futsal, I guess, like 2 years with the academy.
Do you think there is a difference between futsal and indoor turf soccer and also outdoor soccer?
Yes, I believe there's some differences. Speed of play and the decision making a player needs to do when you play futsal can be translated towards outdoor soccer. I think futsal is really helpful.
Do you feel that futsal has helped you in your outdoor game?
Yes, it has, because futsal has given me more confidence in my foot skills and my overall play.
So, playing for Futsal 365 Academy, which is a USYF National Academy for the national program under US Soccer, gave you the opportunity or the path to try out for the national team after you got ID'd, I believe, in one of the regional tournaments. When you went to Kansas City, how would you, describe your experience down there when you basically playing with and against players from all over the country and players that you've never played before, as well as having, coached by national and international coaches? How would you, rate that experience?
It was an amazing opportunity, and I would rate it 10 out of 10 on both physical, mentally, and overall. A great experience. I learned a lot that I've never even thought I would learn. Now, after the international trial, I brought back a lot of knowledge, and I hope to use in my futsal team.
What would you say is something specific that you picked up from one of the coaches at the national team trials?
What really surprised me was how technical the trainers were and tactical. Like the overall tactics on how, like the X's and O's on futsal court would matter so much as you play.
Well, listen, great job and congratulations. For the folks out there that are watching this video, Ryu is officially the first USYF Academy player to make the national team, which is going to be traveling to Argentina from New Jersey. So that alone is a great accomplishment, and congratulations. Your work ethic, your character, your sacrifice. As a goalkeeper, you always sacrifice your body for the good of the team. I've witnessed you play against some great teams. Like, something that comes to mind is a game that you played against St. Benedict, and basically you just killed it, sacrificing your body time after time to make those saves. So your work ethic, your character, your decision making, your commitment to make yourself better as well as a team are commendable, and I think that's why you are where you are today. So congratulations on being the official first USYF Academy player to be selected to the national team from New Jersey. So congratulations.
Thank you, Coach Nico.
So we're here with, again, Ryu from USYF, and this time we'd like to speak with his dad, Terrence. Once again, congratulations on Ryu's success with the USYF Futsal 365 Academy here in New Jersey, and his path and his excellent work at the national trials, which eventually got him a spot on the national team that's going to be traveling to Argentina. So just wanted to give you the opportunity to share with us and hopefully with the rest of the futsal world here in New Jersey in our effort to educate and bring awareness of how great of a sport futsal is, not only as a sport individually, but also how it helps soccer players develop on the field, and the opportunities that the USYF National Academy system provides. So right off the bat, just, please discuss with us and share with us, your experience with, your son and being on the Futsal 365 Academy for the past year. And, how did you find his progression into the identification to try out for the national team?
Well, thanks, Coach Nico. The Futsal Academy was a game changer for Ryu, because you talked about path. He didn't have a path anywhere. I mean, high school soccer has its issues, ODP has an issue, academies have issues, but futsal was the first place where he was around coaches that respected him, respected parents, respected the game. They were super nice, super thoughtful, yet demanding. And I think with discipline, Ryu needs discipline like every other kid, but this Futsal Academy was all about discipline. They were respectful, nice, smart, intelligent, had the technique and the tactics down, and Ryu's game changed. His confidence in the big field, in the outside field, changed. His foot skills, his distribution. I mean, that was his fault from other, ODP and other places, that his foot skills were lacking, and his distribution was off. His timing was off. He'd be on the field and he'd be thinking about what to do. In futsal, if you think before you do something, you're getting scored on. So, and the other thing is, futsal, you're not going to have a lot of clean sheets, and you're going to give up goals. And futsal's humbling. If you can handle getting 8 goals in futsal, and you show up the next day, which Ryu does, he gives up lots of goals, and he keeps showing up for more. And to that, I mean, that you can't teach, so I'll give him credit for that. But also, you have coaches that don't point out all the 8 goals. They say, okay, Ryu, go get them. So, I mean, you can't put a price on that. You have coaches that are supportive, and when it's your fault, they'll let you know. But at the end of the day, they understand that goalkeeping, not everybody can do it. Behind those 2 posts, it's really hard. And what's great about these coaches is they get that. And that's why I'm excited about futsal. I'm excited about this path. National team, that's legitimate. First time in New Jersey. New Jersey is known for soccer, and Ryu's part of this futsal experience that is amazing.
So you answered so many questions before they even being asked, which is fantastic. So I'm glad to see you excited about his future and, how it's helped. So obviously, by being in a futsal environment, his outdoor game has improved as well. being identified to try out for the national team. Talk a little bit about your experience once you went to Kansas City. What you experienced. Did it become real when you were surrounded by, I think there were about 25, 30 coaches, in the boys side. Some national, international coaches. Keith Tozer from the what should I say, former men's futsal national team coach. So you did meet some quality people from all around. Talk a little bit about that, please.
Yeah, it was amazing when they did the introduction to all the coaches. They mentioned the countries: Brazil, Chile. I mean, right there, it's just amazing that people came from all over, and they had all this knowledge, like what Ryu said before, about tactics and learning the positions, and having a goalkeeper put the ball on the ground and dribble and distribute and get an assist and score. We've never done that in futsal. Like, what he learned through a supportive coaching system was, Ryu, why don't you go try this? And he would do it, and it was like the aha moment. Like, he did something he never did before. He was always in the goal, just kind of watching, and then this international coaching staff made him come out of his comfort zone a little bit, right? Go out and dribble, and then, was it the fifth attacker? So he's a fifth attacker, and he's actually distributing and passing to the team, and then shooting. I mean, that's crazy. He's actually shooting the ball, trying to score a goal as a goalkeeper. So, I mean, what's not to love if you're a parent of a goalkeeper? Futsal is probably the best path you can go, because all the touches you get in futsal. I mean, every team that Ryu's been on as a goalkeeper, it's hard to get training. He's just kind of kicking the ball for the defenders and the offenders to train. With futsal, you're touching the ball all the time.
That's a good statement for all the people that think futsal is just a winter 8-10 week program. Obviously, Ryu's been doing it for 10 months now. And according to what you're saying, there has been an improvement over that course of time. What would you say, one thing that you would say to parents that are still not convinced that futsal is probably the biggest development tool for soccer players? What kind of a recommendation would you give them?
Well, I think the first part that people have to understand is it's not going to interfere with your club team or high school team. It's very purposeful, the schedule that this futsal academy has, but also, was it Messi, Ronaldo? They've done it. International, all the countries besides the United States does futsal as a requirement, and there's actually some kids in this country, I think, was it Minnesota, where that's all they play is futsal. So it just makes sense. I mean, it's not just an outdoor, it's an indoor winter training. Why would you do it for 1 month? You're going to lose your speed after you stop. So why stop? I mean, basketball, football, they don't stop the training. So why would you stop your soccer training? But, I'll do futsal for December, and that's it. That makes no sense to me. It should be incorporated in everyday soccer. That's my opinion.
Did you get to talk with some of the parents from kids that came across, from all over the country, let's say from California or Minnesota, or whatever they came from? Did you get to talk to them? And did you see a difference in those kids' play in reference to the players that are here in New Jersey? And if so, what was it?
Just the speed of the game, the technical aspect of all these kids. They're great with both their feet. I just couldn't believe, and they were tough. These kids were tough. I mean, was it 3 training sessions a day? That's a lot for a 16-year-old who wants to, veg out on the couch a lot, right? But 7 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and 9 o'clock at night, and you got to be on point. You can't be late. You got to be looking professional. As what did Mr. Tozer say? Always be ready. You got to be ready. Even if you're not starting in the first 5 minutes, be ready, because your name's going to get called. And you better be on point, better have your uniform all tight and ready to play. So.
Well, listen, once again, thank you very much for sharing all this information with us. Again, our goal is not just to develop young futsal players in hopes that we create the next future stars of U.S. soccer, but our point is also a commitment to all the parents that have joined the Futsal Academy in its inaugural year, and we want to prepare those, the kids that are in the academy for the next level, which could be the ID trials or be the national trials for the national teams, or the college showcase clinics that are coming up in the very near future. So you guys are a true testament of your commitment. You joined this academy, you tried out, Ryu made one of the teams, and you drive quite a bit of time to come to training every week. Yes, it doesn't interfere with his outdoor soccer, but you still put the commitment in there. So it's not just a Rio, effort. It's a family effort. So we do appreciate all the families, that are in the academy. Congratulations. It's a team effort. The family, the academy, the player. And I'm so proud to be able to seriously say that, Ryu, you are the first USYF national team member out of New Jersey. Lots of luck in Argentina. You go and kill it, okay? And bring back a cup.
Will do. Thank you.